Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, a very special video because we've got a world record which I don't think will be broken in a very long time. There's 3 people, all of them goats. Check their channel links in the description below because they have some crazy gameplay, and we're going to be taking a look from their perspective on all 3 of them, just highlighting how good they are with that particular brawler and just how good they are at the game. So first person, you guys should probably know. If you don't, go check him out straight away because Pika is a goated player. He is a tank specialist, but in particular Bull. He has reached 3,000 trophies on Bull, which is insane. Bull is nowhere near the meta if you want to think about it. He's like a D tier, maybe C tier at a stretch, but he makes Bull look like an S tier brawler. So you can see by his account, he's a tank specialist, very good. And I've known Pika literally since like 2018 because he's been ripping apart ladder non-stop. And I used to face off against him a lot when I used to push back in like 2019 and 2020. He used to destroy me with Bull. Literally, when Bull was like one of the worst brawlers in the game, he would beat all the S tier brawlers. He's just insane. I can't glaze him anymore. But then we have Ezlivi. So again, another brawler where Gus is considered like an A-B tier brawler. He's not even that good in this meta, but he has 3,000 trophies on Gus. The next at number 2 has half his trophies, which is just insane. And I'll go on to why this push is insane later on in the video because there's just so many obstacles that they have to overcome. Of course, they've got a really nice 69 win streak there. He has over 100k trophies as well. He's nearly got 100k 3v3. Ezlivi's goated. He's been in the pro scene for a very long time, and he's starting off his YouTube channel pretty soon, so make sure to subscribe to him, be one of his first subscribers, and we're going to be on, well, supporting him for life because Ezlivi is a goated person as well. He kind of reminds me like Corey. You know, Corey started off as a pro just like me as well, and you see how Corey's booming. You know, we want Ezlivi to boom as well. So lastly, we have a goat as well. We have Sans. So Sans, do I even need to say? I already glazed Sans on a video not too long ago with the first ever alien fame, but again, he's broken another record. You guys have got to get him to 100k subscribers straight away because 3,000 trophies on Sandy is just bizarre. It's insane. We know that this guy is a Sandy, I won't say one trick, it's a Sandy main, and I remember at World Finals, I was literally there in person, and he won with Sandy, and I just remember the clip of him just screaming, "Don't give me the Sandy." And bro, you know he's a goated Sandy if he can get to 3,000 trophies on him. So we're going to be going through a bunch of gameplay and just seeing how they play with these brawlers. So let's jump into it. Okay, so firstly, we're going to be going through some of Pika's clips. Pika is that crazy. He sent me over like 4 minutes worth of just absolute destroying everyone. So we're going to react to a couple of minutes worth of this because he's just absolutely insane. So you can see just how crazy this looks. If you guys have played anything of Bull, you'd know you wouldn't be able to do this if you wasn't Pika yourself. Bull is only really good in heists right now, and he's just running into everyone inside of Brawl. Like, look at this, like his reaction times. He knows just exactly the amount of pellets you need to get a Bull super. He knows how to manipulate the walls with Bull. Believe it or not, you need to use the walls to your advantage because you can get a knockback, you then return, so then you can shoot at the right time. You know, mechanically, Bull is a brawler that's been left behind in the meta for a long time, but Pika is able just to use the mechanics to his favor. Like, how does he even score that? That is just absolutely filthy. I nearly fell off my chair. This is crazy. I'm seeing most of these for the first time. So again, how has he just defended that? He's literally what? How is Pika doing this still to this day? You'd think that there isn't like enough clips left to make with Bull. Like, it's Bull, and he's able just to make team wipe after team wipe so simply. Like, even then, like against 3 players, I'm like, surely he's dead. Like, how is he able to do this every time? A really well-timed super again, lands on the wall again, another stomper. Like, how doesn't he run out of ammo? How doesn't he run out of gadgets? How does he perfectly get his super back at the same time? I don't understand him. Again, using the walls to his advantage. There's one thing that I definitely pick up on this gameplay, that he's using like the edge tile walls. He's using like the walls close to the goal. He's using it a lot to shorten the super distance because, you know, with Bull, right, he needs to stomp a gadget basically, or else he's screwed. It's so hard to get value out of his super, so he's using everything to his advantage again. Oh, look at this. This is just filthy. Straight on top of the Brock, straight on top of the Poco, and he just kills them so cleanly. Got running into 3 people here with a hypercharge. 88 HP. How is he still alive? And he's still going, gets another super. and manages to get the kill. I mean, this is crazy gameplay. I could go on forever, but let's jump into a game now with him. Okay, so here's a couple of games we can take a look at during their 3K push. So we have Pika here on Brawl, which again seems to be one of his better game modes. I think Brawl, you can make it a lot of brawlers work, but there definitely are a few grassy maps where Bull can at least get some value. But let's just see what he does to the opponents. So he can just run up, kill the core dealers just like that. Can take care of the Lou as well. Of course, Bull does a lot of damage point blank range. He's going to use that to his advantage as much as possible. So again, we're going to see Pika just run down the left-hand side. He's using the speed gear, and I think he uses a supercharged gear as well. He's going to use the knockback straight away, and he knows that he can't kill the Rosa. Perfectly hits the players to then get his next super. That is just crazy timing, and I just had to showcase that because that is absolutely crazy. Also facing, oh, that was against Juan Carlos as well. Literally the #1 trophy player in the world, and he just demolished them in about 10 seconds. That's just Pika diff. Okay, so now jumping into the next player we're going to be taking a look at is Ezlivi. So if you take a look at those battle cards just before you load into a game, literally they're facing off against some of the best players in the world. I think it was Juan Carlos, I think it was Zulan and Diego Gamer. So literally 3 really good players. Of course, we know Zulan and Juan Carlos top of the leaderboards for a long time. So this is a very sweaty game. It looks like Ezlivi is definitely on a little bit of delay here. You can see just how slow his shots come out, and he's facing off against Mo. So another problem that these guys would have faced on this push was facing off against Mo. Mo is just way better than any other brawler in the game right now. They have 0 S-tier brawlers. You know how hard that is in a ladder push when you're constantly facing off against players that are playing the most meta brawlers? Yeah, it's hard. Like, I don't imagine how they can even win this using Bull and Sandy. So they're going to need like a Sandy super, or probably like a Bull hypercharge to really break out of this. So a good kill from Sans. Somehow he always finds the space to get kills with Sandy, which is just incredible to me. So he gets another kill onto 8-bit. 8-bit definitely overstayed the welcome a little bit there, and they just managed to steal all of the gems like that. They were all the way back into spawn, and I've got to say, like, Ezlivi will pop in off there for sure, staying alive, getting the taps, but the Sans pressure as well. The communication between these guys was absolutely insane to get those kills, and it looks like they're able to steal this. Even with Mo, they're not able to beat this composition, which is wild to me. Wild accomplishment from these players. So great win from Ezlivi there. Let's jump into another game, and as you can confirm by this at the end, Juan Carlos, Zulan and Diego Gamer, Ezlivi style player. Look at the damage that he put out, absolutely tapping them. Got to be the best Gus in the world. Okay, so now we're going to be jumping into a game with Sans' perspective. So Sans, we all know, is an absolute grinder of a player, probably the player that plays Brawl Stars the most. He was the first person to complete all masteries as well. I forgot to mention that. The first alien, the first mastery, 3K brawler. What else is there to complete in Brawl Stars? I actually don't know. So from Sans' perspective, it's interesting because Sandy can be a really good brawler. Of course, he has some really hard matchups as well, but Sandy used to always infuriate me when I faced off against him competitive, because he could always work his way against hard matchups. You can just feed your super, and your super could really change the game. It's one of the best supers in the game. So Sans knows this is a really clever player. I know he dies, but he knows that Kit's going to be going invisible, protecting Gus. You know, Gus isn't the best against a bunch of aggro brawlers. You know, they're literally facing Carl, Draco, and Kit. I reckon this might have been like a coordinated snipe or something. I don't know, maybe they could have gone better brawlers, but like going Cole mid, and all three of the members on the other team are Masters players, so you would think this is just randoms, but part of me thinks it's premeditated. I don't know. Anyways, again, syncing up with Ezlivi right there, knowing he has to stay protected. It's all about being sneaky with Sandy. Of course, with any type of invisibility, you think of a Leon as well. You've always got to try and connect your super with the bushes. Always got to be pretty, well, cycling your supers. When you throw out one super, you definitely want to make sure that you're cycling to your next one. So some good plays from Sans. There wasn't really like a ton of insane gameplay, because at the end of the day, it is Sandy, and when you've got Pika and Ezlivi, 2 amazing players, it's pretty hard to make things look good. Like, look at that, just Pika still being the GOAT. Okay, so now we're going to be loaded into the final game to get 3K trophies, and unfortunately for them, it was very anticlimactic. Somehow they got sniped. I mean, maybe they didn't get sniped, but they just realized that who it was on the other team. I mean, they did fight back a little bit, but they were just getting tapped like crazy. Maybe they didn't spin. Maybe they just knew they lost anyway. When you load up against this Ezlivi, Pika and Sans, what can you really do? So we're about to witness history right here. So yeah, Sans pretty angry. I imagine like Of course, Sans doesn't need any free wins. Like, these guys, none of them need any free wins. They can just get this legit. So, of course, the last game is going to annoy you. But they probably just wanted this over with at this point. That mental was probably completely choked. But there we have it. We'll see in a second. The 3K trophies, just absolutely insane. Well, has anyone even got close to 3K trophies before? I've seen quite a few 2K 3v3 pushes, but 3,000? That's a whole nother lot of commitment. Like, in terms of tiers, I think that's up to like tier 70 potentially. I mean, could we see that in the future? I don't even know, but what a push. Look at that in the lobby. There we have it, the first 3K 3v3 players I've seen in a very long time. Completely broken record, definitely the highest trophies on their respective brawlers, and near enough of all time. I think it's the best 3v3 accomplishment we've ever seen, because normally the other records are in Showdown or Duo Showdown, etc. We don't talk about those achievements. We talk about the 3 versus 3. So absolutely love to see it. Big congratulations to Ezlivi, Pika and Sans. Leaving a link to all of them in the description below. Make sure to check them out. But yeah, that's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.